Hello, my beautiful Aquarius Vibe Tribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your April 16th through 30th, 2022 reading. Remember, this is a collective reading. It's for all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That means if you'd like a personal reading, please visit my website, royalmystic.com. I'll be more than happy to help you as soon as you schedule your appointment. So without any further ado, let's go right into the reading. We have the Queen of Cups and the Empress. The Queen of Cups is the energy of water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it's also the energy of looking forward with your emotions, right? Like looking forward into the future. It is being cautiously optimistic as you move forward. Having this energy is not being scared to take the step, but trying to make as many plans for the unforeseen as possible, right? Being prepared, being in that energy of having, your first aid kit or whatever else you think you might need, right? When you're going on a diving trip, a ham sandwich isn't going to do you much good down in the bottom of the ocean, right? So you want to make sure you pulled out everything that you need, that you are aware of that might be useful, right? So things that you can't get in the location you'll be in. I don't know why they're feeding me that information, but that's what I'm getting. So then we have the Empress, and the Empress is the energy of the creative source. This is the divine feminine energy of all creation, and it helps to bring in the energy of a new foundation or a new framework being given as the inspiration of divine and creativity itself, the source energy of all existence, comes in to help you with that. So, solid energy of planning for the future, and the energy of the Empress coming in saying you've got help on the other side. So, what more could we ask for? Let's see. We're about to find out. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, the Ten of Swords, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for these blessings and beautiful messages, and we receive them in the love and light for which they are intended. We thank you for this divine guidance as always, and we welcome this blessed energy. Thank you so much, Divine. You are always welcome and very appreciated. So that Ten of Swords energy is the energy of removing the feeling of being under attack, constantly being targeted or feeling like you're just being hit by a barrage of constant negativity or toxic energy. And that's the release of that. That Ten of Swords is lifting that up off of you. And we have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is focusing on the foundation of what you're doing here so that you can create the abundance. So whatever work that is coming through your hands, whether it's something you're doing for yourself or someone else, the quality of what you're putting into place is the measure of what you get in return. So always be your best self, do your best work, and allow yourself to have that higher mindset, even if they're not paying you what you're worth. The job you're doing, when you excel in what your product is or your output is, then you actually get rewarded for that. Even if they're not doing it right now, somehow you will be rewarded for it. And the universe is in charge of that part, so you know you can trust and depend on that. The Tower. Dun dun dun. The Tower is something removing itself from blocking your energy, something that's been holding you captive. If you've been feeling like you've been a prisoner in any kind of job, relationship, family situation, this is you being broken out, right? The universe helping to bust you out. So this energy is a release of whatever's been keeping you, even if it's a day-to-day routine it could be a bad habit that you're breaking. Letting go of smoking cigarettes, or, somebody might want to be a vegan. It's all of that energy of complete and total reimagining of what your day will now consist of. And the Ace of Swords, the Aquarius energy, and it is a gift from divine. This beautiful Ace of Swords is the energy of enlightenment and clarity, giving you the victory over old past binding energy and old past agreements. They're being severed from you, and you are in a place of moving forward. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is the energy of the charisma and the beautiful Aquarius Queen. It is an air sign queen, and because you're the Aquarius reading here, this is very much in your alignment, and it's showing an enlightenment happening as her forehead is completely illuminated. That is where the third eye is located, and this beautiful energy of the light on the tip of the sword that's running down into her hand. So it's literally giving that connection to source. Now, if you're in a job interview, some of you may be going for a new job, this energy is the energy of creating that kind of pivotal moment where the people you're talking to are enamored by what you have to say, and they can see or hear that you have the knowledge that they desire. So it is acing that. And it may not be a job interview. It could be speaking in public or into a group of people. It's being very successful at that. We have the Page of Swords, which is the energy of information. As this little page comes in, he's coming to give you the information you need to allow you to take whatever move forward that you choose to do. But you will be informed before you make that decision. The beautiful Empress again, this is creative source energy. So whatever you're bringing in here, you are creating from brand new. So using a framework that the universe provides, it allows you to create from it. So it is always something new that shows up in your life that's unexpected or unknown. You know when something shows up out of the blue that you didn't physically put yourself into, that you didn't force the move on it, right? You let the universe bring it, then you know it's happening from the universe's side. All of a sudden it shows up. And we have your Aquarius Major Arcana, the Star card. This is the energy of very much being connected to Source, very much having all the beautiful energy and flow of the yes from the universe, your soul's desire being told yes, and being in a place of feeling very happy, content, and super excited because you're actually beginning to align with your soul's journey, right? We do this many times over and over. It's like, we have to go through different cycles. Well, you're coming out on top on this one because this is what your soul is asked for for the whole purpose of being here at this time in this realm. Oh, hello, Ten of Pentacles. Happy Aquariuses. The Ten of Pentacles is always a happy card when it shows up. So we have the energy of this beautiful Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance, a lifetime of abundance, an overflow of abundance. So solid and fabulous with that energy. It is and it's in your career and finance energy. We got the Five of Wands here, which is a little bit of having to face somebody off on it. It could be an energy of a legal matter or competition for the job or the work. Don't worry, you've got somebody important on your side fighting for you to help fend off those intruders, interlopers as they are. And we have the Knight of Wands here, which means you will be able to take action. So don't be in fear. You've already got the money. It's already lined up for you. There's just a little bit of having to deal with they may want to interview other people. That's fine. They're still going to come out on your side. The Four of Swords is the energy of, rest. There's an old saying, when I had my child, my mother would say, sleep when the baby sleeps. Because if you don't, you'll never get a wink because, they hardly sleep. So I kind of do that with my business now. There's ebbs and flows where I'm really, really busy or I've got a lull. In the lull, I take good self-care. I allow myself to sleep late. I do the things that make me happy, even though I'm not at the same pace, because sometimes we have to stop and allow ourselves when we get the time to do it, to take care. Because if you don't, the universe will make you do it. That's when you end up with the flu, or you just, you have a upset stomach, or it's going to make you sit down and get off your feet and actually reset. 'Cause you can't just keep burning the candle at both ends. The universe will put you where you need to be. So it's easier if you do it. That's all I'm saying. You should plan for it yourself rather than have the universe conk you over the head. So we have the Queen of Swords again. So she's making her grand appearance multiple times here. This is victory. This is getting the job. This is being the person that shows the most experience and the most skill and the ability and able to really display that. And so, solid energy. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine, pure, white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for these blessings and beautiful messages, and we receive them in the love and light for which they are intended. We thank you for this divine guidance as always, and we welcome this blessed energy. Thank you so much for your presence, Divine. You are always welcome and very appreciated. And here we go. So you've got the Seven of Rods, which is telling you to stand your ground and don't let yourself be cajoled into trying to change what you're moving toward, okay? Other people can't see your vision because they're not you. It's not their journey. This is your journey. So stand for what you're doing and keep putting the right pieces in place, and you will move in the energy. And that's the Knight of Rods, which means you will be able to take action when that tower comes down. So whatever's blocking you sets the path open so that you can get on out and move on past that. The Five of Cups is usually something that we're reflecting on from the past that we may improperly be blaming ourselves for, and we just are tormented by it. You've got to let it go. The clarity should help you let it go. It'll give you some understanding that you don't already possess, and then you'll be able to see that your future is toward the cups that are full and waiting, not the cups that are on the ground that have spilled the rancid stuff that is absolutely no longer of any value. The past is over, my darlings. We've lived it. Let's live some new things that we have never lived before. That's when you give permission to Divine to create something amazing. So here is the Lovers. This is the energy of your soul's calling. If it's talking about work, remember we suspect that she's doing the job interview or the job thing. This is if it's in the job energy, this is the Lover saying you're already in your soul's calling. You're doing that, or you're working toward that. You want to do something for a living that you're called to do. Now, for others, this is the Lover's energy, the Gemini Major Arcana, also an air sign, but it is the energy of being in a place of nurturing and love and divine protection. And that's Archangel Raphael flying over. Well, looky. 10 of Rods. This is the energy of the struggle being over, the burden being lifted. It can mean relocating your business or working from home. So we love that 10 of Rods. Anytime you see a 10, like this 10 of Pentacles, it's the energy of completion. And you had the 10 of Swords earlier too. The Temperance card is the Sagittarius Major Arcana, and it is Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the keeper of all synchronicity, and she's doing some alchemy here to help and assist you in that. And she's right here with that beautiful Empress, so beautiful combination. And even though you might have some resistance toward this, please allow yourself, this is the Five of Rods again, allow yourself to just be you and stand in your energy and what you're feeling compelled and called to do. Don't try to temper your actions, or don't filter what you're doing because other people in your life don't get it. They don't get it because they're not where you are intellectually or spiritually. It's okay. That's their problem. And your challenge is to know that you've outgrown the pot. You've outgrown the little planter pot that you've been in, and now we're going to get into a little bit of discomfort. Because when you get into the change of life, something starts to change and we get out of our comfort zone, we feel like something's not quite right. I feel awkward. This doesn't feel normal. Well, that's the answer that you want to hear, because if it doesn't feel normal, that means you're growing and something new is happening. We have the Page of Cups, which is the energy of the wave of abundance that's coming in behind his head. And that cup has a fish in it. So he's offering, telling you, you will be provided for, you will be fed, you will be taken care of. And the beautiful Four of Wands is the energy of a good, solid foundation. If this is work, and it's right here in the work section, it is the energy of good communication and maybe a doorway to something higher up or a new beginning somewhere. For some of you, a new job totally. And this Ten of Pentacles may change your life entirely. And there's the Empress again. So she's confirmed herself multiple times today. She's shown up in the cut card. She's out here on the first deck and the second deck. And the Empress is life force and new beginnings, new change, and new developments. Wow. Well, we got the double down on the Four of Swords, guys. Look at that. So anytime you get a card that repeats in the same position, say if any of these like if that Empress had been this card and they both landed together, it's a rarity. I'll say that. It's not an impossibility, but it is notable and it's a rarity. So this is absolutely telling you, guys, unplug and decompress. You've got to reset, or you're going to end up on your keister anyway, in not a fun way. So your body will shut down on you when it's had enough. It'll tell you. It'll do something. You'll have a back spasm that you can't set up, or you'll have your knee, you'll start acting wonky, or you'll twist your ankle. It will make you sit down. It will definitely do that. I've had all these things happen out of the blue, something crazy, and it's because I was overdoing it. I was pushing myself past the point of exhaustion. So, take good care, my darlings. I send you many blessings, lots of love and light, plenty of abundance, an overflow of all good things to all of you. I'll see you next time. Namaste, my friends.